moving day. Well, today is finally moving day, and as you can see, most of the stuff is cleared out except the pooch. I haven't started recording before now because I didn't know if the movers were gonna be here today. The old Build That Bill workshop. Cleared out. It seems so small without all the tools and stuff in it. But everything started out right there.
It's new shop, needs a new workbench. So that's what we're gonna build today.
This one-car garage was Build That Build when we started. All right, one more time, just because it's echoey in here now. Everything is out, except my shit. That's gonna go in the van in the purple Hooter. The vein-laden meat pipe, the purple monster, tomorrow morning. So I'm chilling here. Apollo has no idea what's going on. I'm not mad. I'm not upset that I'm leaving. But I was telling my wife that I'm gonna miss this house. I'm not gonna miss the moving part, but I'm gonna miss the moving in part and the raising our kids part, because they were about 18 months when they got in here, and they're 8 now. We have spent some time in this house. My daughter refused to potty train and shit right there on the floor. Those kind of things, you know, the fun memories. In all seriousness, this is a really good house. It's not a really good house for us anymore. We need to go. We need to start a new chapter, but whoever gets this house, man, I'm kind of glad they're getting it, because it's pretty cool. It is a little bittersweet sitting out here in the shop, nothing in here except whatever I'm stepping on. Oh, look. Oh, it's a little piece of wood I burned. But there's nothing in here. Like, you can park cars in here. What the hell? Yeah, it's a little sad. Same point in time, new things are coming. So, get ready. So, I'm gonna sit out on the back patio one more time, have a beer, and then I go to sleep, and tomorrow, we're getting on the road. Good morning, kind of, cupcakes. It's like 1 a.m. and we were driving to KC today. Oops. And I was sleeping when somebody woke me up. And so I guess now that I can't go back to sleep, we are just gonna go. Somebody in question. I think Apollo is very confused as to what's going on because somebody came in the house yesterday and took all the stuff. And I feel kind of like a squatter in my own house because this is my bedroom situation last night. Look at this. And that's my kid's mattress on the floor. I gotta load the van up and I'm gonna put all that in there and then we'll get on the road. But first I'm gonna put some shoes on, walk this ankle out, and have some coffee. This is Gucci Goo, AKA the Gooch. This, as you can see, is my son's favoriteest toy. And he actually left him at home. So this is gonna be our mission to get Gucci Goo back to my son. We stayed at a Jellystone park. It was raining one day and they had a little arcade. We went into the arcade and they had one of those claw machines, and these were really easy to get out of the claw machine. So I fascinated my children by being able to, I think I got 3 of them. I got this one, a white one, and a pink one maybe? The pink one died. We still got Gucci Goo, and then we have the white one my daughter has, and that is glitter sparkles. I'm sitting on the toilet to put the shoes on because I'm old. years left. You helping? So, this is gonna be, like I said, this would be no problem to fit all this stuff in here if I didn't have a dog with me, but I gotta give him space. And that's the mattress I was sleeping on last night. You don't go there. That's not where dogs go. How am I gonna drive the car? Buddy, what is that? What is that? We gonna go for a walk? Let's go for a walk and go poop. It's like 1 in the morning. I am sweating my ass off already. I'm not gonna miss the old Texas heat at all. That walk was unsuccessful for producing a poop out of the dog. Me, however, someone's ride has been pimped. Sucka. Look at you. You can take a nap the whole way there. He's in like the lap of luxury. I'm dripping with sweat. So we are on the road. It is about 2 o'clock in the morning. Everything is closed, it looks like. I'm glad I got a full tank of gas. And I'm not really going to video too much right now because I'm driving. So we're getting ready to leave Texas for the last time. I guess not the last time, the last time as a resident. I'm not saying I'll never come back to Texas, but it's, I don't know, man, I never felt like a Texan. A buddy might sit me down and he's like, how long was it before you felt like a Texan when you moved here? I'm like, I've never felt that. I think it's because I spent a lot of my time in Houston or Texas trying to be a white collar guy. My brother's always said that he'll never have anything but a truck or an SUV because he wants to be able to haul plywood in the back of it, a 4x8 sheet of plywood. And I always said that my goal was to never have to haul a 4x8 piece of plywood. And I think I was just kidding myself. I think I just wasn't really, I don't like being blue collar. I don't like counting widgets. I fucking really don't like customer service. Ugh. I'm a blue collar, white trash, redneck kind of guy. I like to work with my hands. That is fulfilling. I would much rather build a set of shelves than count widgets for a, performance review. Texas just never felt like home to me. I'm not saying I don't like Texas. I like Texas. I like Texans. It just didn't feel like home to me. When I was driving around in Kansas City, it just really reminded me of home, which would be St. Louis, which is similar. It depends on who you ask, but it's not rural, but it's more rural than Houston. Houston is a big piece of concrete, and there's like trees and seasons. So I'm looking forward to it, but it does kind of suck. I mean, we've spent almost 20 years here. I love this house, and I love the Chiefs. So we got that going on. Look at Floof. You see that pile right there that's on all those other piles? That's the dog that woke me up at 1 in the morning. Been sacked out ever since, man. We have entered Oklahoma the back way, and this is the shittiest part of the drive. And nothing against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's fine. Tulsa's fine. Oklahoma City, fine. Good. I like them both. This part of Oklahoma sucks. Just a vein-laden meat pipe that never ends. Trying to only hit the camera. Look at the flip. Trying to only hit the camera when, 1, the highway is obnoxiously loud, and 2, when it's not very busy. Pretend I'm looking at you, I'm actually looking straight. Anyway, this has been probably the most difficult move we've made. And it just doesn't make any sense, man. We're more financially stable than we ever have before when we bought a house. The first 2 houses, the deals on them fell through. I'll probably cut to some stuff here. But the first deal fell through because the guy on the first house didn't take care of anything. It wasn't the fact that the house was old. One of the air conditioning units was 40 years old. It looked like a box of rust. And they're like, still runs. And I'm like, but it's past its lifetime. It's gonna go at any minute. They refused to clean their messy shit. And it was like, I was just worried that, you know, you always get problems with older houses, but usually if somebody's kept it up, those problems are kind of minimal. You may have a big one or two. Always put away a little money for that if you don't know. If you're buying an older house, make sure you got a little cash reserve, because if you don't, like, the fucking water heater is gonna go out 2 weeks after you move in or something. So, anyway, the second one, those guys are Looney Tunes, man. We had we had a home inspector and a roof guy come out and look at the roof, and they both said the roof is just destroyed by hail, needs to be replaced, and they refused to replace it. They literally said, and then they would send out, and then the realtor would send out somebody who would be like, what are you talking about? Roof's fine. In my researching of the realtor that was selling the house, I did discover that her husband is a twice convicted forger. So I don't even know if actual roofers went out to the house. Anyway, so the house needed a new roof. They wouldn't budge on price. They wouldn't budge on price, and they wouldn't replace the roof. They wouldn't budge on price because of the roof. I don't know how anybody's gonna buy that turd. Anyway, so after that one fell through, and I drove to freaking, and at that point I'd driven to Casey twice. The first time by myself, and then the second time, Johnny Law. And the second time with Paige, and we looked at houses, and that's when we found the second house. And then we were gonna go, or I was gonna drive up a third time, and this is when we found this house, which I don't know if I've showed you guys this house yet. I've been kind of not talking a whole lot about it just because I want the reveal, man. But seeing this house, it's a Tudor. I've always wanted a Tudor. It looks spooky, and I've always wanted a spooky looking house. So, I'm glad the first two deals fell through. Even if it was a huge pain in our ass, we spent thousands of dollars on home inspectors that we'll never get back. And it was just that kind of roller coaster of we didn't know if we had a house or not. But I'm really happy with this house. It does need work. I know that. It's, let's see, it's 70, 80, 90. It's almost 90 years old. So it's not the spring chicken. Speaking of spring chickens, though, there is a chicken coop and no HOA. So guess what, motherfuckers? Free eggs. And the kids want chickens. And the wife has always wanted chickens. It's got an acre in the back. It's got room for me to expand shop later, which is what one of the things I wanted. Originally, the game plan, for those of you that don't know, originally the game plan was to wait about 5 more years, move to Kansas City area, buy a house on some acreage, 5 acres or something like that, build the shop, so then I would have shop next to the house, and that was going to be it. We ended up going up a little early because honestly, I got to live right across the street almost from my parents in the last years they were alive. And Paige's parents aren't old, but they're getting older. And I just think that I should return that favor, and we should move up, and my wife should be able to get a chance to spend as much time with her mom and dad, and our kids should be able to spend as much time with grandma and grandpa as they got to with my mom and dad. Do your thing. Come on. Do it. Do it. And holy crap, the loan process for this house was the most excruciating thing I've ever had to do. And we have more money than we ever have. We've got investments and assets and things like that. And we had some stocks transferred from one account into another account, same place. And the stocks were transferred as stocks and not cash. And so they couldn't make that add up because they couldn't see the dollar figures on the stock. So they harassed the shit out of us about that. And then there was this document that they had to have, we had to have from the fucking buyers, all the stuff. And then we come to find out, or I come to find out, that we don't need it. It got so down to the wire that when we walked in, or when I walked in to sign the papers on the house, they were just then printing out the papers to sign. That's how close we got to not closing on it. Almost over. And then a whole nother thing starts, right? Because it's gonna be like a full house remodel and the shop build out. At least that part would be fun, right? Missouri, I am inside you. Gooch, we're in Missouri, buddy. We are almost there. And you know what that means? Light speed, mother bitches! Giving her all she got, Captain. It's a minivan, not a Star Destroyer. I like that accent. Woody. I'm awesome at accents. Awesome. All right, we're getting started a little late because the movers actually showed up a little bit before I thought they would. Don't mind my fancy duds, it's my moving duds. But for those of you who haven't seen the house before, here it is. Oh, hello there, and welcome to the Build Dad Build Crew. Let's go inside, shall we? All right, so this is not my favorite tripod because it's a little heavy, but let's check the place out. So I already apologized for the echo and the lighting because this all needs to be changed out. But when you come in the front door, check this out. We think this is the original front door. It's a big solid chunk of wood. It's a little hard to get open, but we'll figure it out. Also, it's like original hardware. Anyway, all right, so here we are in kind of the entryway. This is a little drawing of the house that was made when they first decided to build it. So that's kind of cool. We actually, the previous owners actually left us blueprints of this place too. Okay, now keep in mind, the game plan is to kind of rent out this entire house. So you gotta pay attention with me. But check this out. So this is what would have been like kind of the formal living room, I guess, you know, where you put the fancy couches with the plastic. But we said, no, we're gonna make this into a library. Along this wall, possibly this wall, and even over here, we're thinking about doing bookcases. I want to do a couple of chairs in front of the fireplace so we can sit and chill. And I'm thinking like a big Gothic industrial kind of desk. Not, well, I say industrial, like a big Gothic executive desk right here. Let's roll this. We got wheels. Woo! All right, so we come through here into the dining room. I need to make sure I don't hit my head on the chandelier here. This, I'm just loving the details on the wall that they left. Not sure what we're gonna do about the crown molding. It's wood, but like it almost looks like it was painted or it's not real. But give me a second. Can we check out this fireplace for a second? Look at this. This is all wood. These I have to be the original sconces. And I love the look of it. We're gonna swap the fireplace out for a gas log fireplace, so it's a little safer, and obviously get rid of that nasty brass thing, put something cool in there. But I figure like 2 chairs, a table, and the missus sitting here chilling out in front of the fire, not a bad place to be. All right, sorry, so back to the dining room. The dining room is not a huge space, but it's plenty big for us. The color on the walls is probably gonna change, probably gonna get a little darker. Also thinking about doing some tile on the ceiling, some like of the big 10 tiles, or maybe we just paint the ceiling the same color as the walls. Really want to go with that Gothic look. So, diggy.
Here is our kind of walk-through kitchen, or our galley kitchen, the butler's pantry back there. This room right now, I think is gonna stay the way it is mostly. I'm gonna replace the lighting around the top. There's some janky wiring up there, we'll look at it later, but it's not great. But as far as just the aesthetic of this kitchen, we love it. Smart appliances, so now we're fancy. Like I said, we got the butler's pantry over here. It's a mess, I know, we're putting stuff away. We got Jason had to come and hang out. He had to be the first one here. Not sure what to do with this area yet. Like I said, this kind of stuff is probably gonna stay the way it is for now. And this is just a really long, narrow space. There's a Pablo out the window. So probably couch, TV over here. Check this out. So this is the original exterior of the house right here, the stone. So this is all an addition that's on here. So we need to work with that. Funny thing about this piece right here is this was a window. This actually goes through to Ozzy's room. And what they did to keep it there, or cover it, I guess, is they put shelves in here and they put shelves in on his side. But I love the stone. The stone's very cool. So on the other end of this room, so when you walk through the kitchen to here, we have kind of this little breakfast area over here. This monstrous island I don't know what to do with. This will probably be kind of the breakfast area. Eventually we're thinking about putting in like kind of a bench seat around there and maybe swapping this out for something different. All right, we got a little hallway here. Goes back to the kids' bedrooms. Come around here, we got Octavia's room there. She wants to paint her room pink. We've got the only bathroom on the first floor, so this is gonna be the kids' bathroom, also the guest. And then Ozzy's in here, chilling on his mattress in his bedroom. He wants to paint his bedroom black. I don't know where he gets it from. So the narrowest stairs in the world, if you're ready for them, are right here. Ooh. Oh, there's Mama. These are fairly treacherous, and I'm not sure what to do about them yet. But this comes up to the second floor. Come down here. This is a new, I guess, master bath. This is kind of the master ensuite up here. And this room needs some work too. Not sure exactly what they're doing. It's a lot of interesting choices, let's put it that way. And we come into the master bedroom. And this room is, it's not huge, but with the ensuite part of it, it kind of works. I hope our bedroom furniture is gonna fit over here. We have a pretty large headboard. I don't know if you remember from the moving videos. And then there's all this storage over here. So that thing cuts out into under an eave, and there's not great light up here, but if you can see back there, there's a bunch of storage around that little area there. There's all these cool little built-ins around here, closets, which they're not walk-in, but they're deep. You can see back there. And then there's the stairs we came up. This goes around a little area over here. And then this is gonna be my office. So this is where the magic's gonna happen. Ooh! I don't know if the magic's gonna happen up here, but this is probably where I'll do my editing and things like that. Nice little area. Like the built-ins, like these are built in. That's, the stairs are on the other side of that. Okay, so at first we're like, okay, this is just from the pictures. Like nice little decent sized basement, washer and dryer. There's actually a shower over there for some reason and a toilet. You guys need to use the toilet, it's right there. If you come over, you know where the shitter is. Now, over here, we just have this other big area right here, and this is gonna be the gym. So the gym's gonna be in the basement. It's not gonna be in our front room anymore. So everybody doesn't walk in and be like, oh, you guys work out a lot, don't you? Just enough for me to not keel over. But treadmill's gonna go to that wall. It looks like they started to drywall this and do something with it. So I'm not sure, but there is outlets over there, so I can definitely mount a TV on the wall for the treadmill, things like that. Probably finish it off and get it looking good. And we thought that was it. But if you come back here, see this secret little door over here? Whoa, secret door. If you go in here, this, I don't know what this used to be, but this is a little dungeon room right now. But it's the exterior of the house. It is, it's stone on, I guess, 2.5 walls. And then they started a drywall in here too. And I don't know exactly what they were gonna do in here because they put an outlet up here. They did have some gym stuff down here, so maybe they were planning on making this a gym and mounting a TV there. This is gonna become kind of the the craft room or the clean room. So my wife can work down here and do her things. But if I'm gonna do stuff like, I don't know, painting or something that doesn't require being out in the shop, then we'll be down here. Also, my wife and I are gonna start a once, probably every 2 weeks, maybe every month, or maybe every week, depending on how much stuff gets done, update on the house and the renovations and stuff like that. So there'll be that kind of telling you what's going on with this. The projects will be my videos, and then we're also gonna do the business lives. So once I can get stuff put away enough, all of that is gonna happen. And I'm gonna go insane. But I really dig this. Like, I really think we're gonna do the lives from down here, or the updates from down here, because I feel like once I get some actual camera lighting in here, shooting against that wall will be really nice. And then again, they did drywall in here, so I feel like once this is finished, we can put some, you know, shelving against the walls or some benches along here, so places to work. All right, now we're over where the laundry room is again. Check this out. So you go through, this used to be an exterior door, well, a door, I guess. And then this is, from what we can figure, this used to be the garage for this house. This house was built in the 30s. So 1-car garage underneath the house. But we'll head out the store and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so now we're outside. I'm gonna take you up here. So we think that used to be the garage, but we got a little driveway going down here and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that was the old garage. Now behind me is what's gonna be the shop. This is a 3-car garage. We thought it was newer than it is. It's the doors are pretty low, but for what I need it for, it should be fine. We still need to insulate it and drywall it and everything. It definitely looks like a garage inside, and it's hot as shit in there right now. But this is the new Build Dad Build shop, baby. So I'll bring it in here because this is funny. The guy did a lot of work on bikes and stuff, so he has these lights designed to come on when you walk near them, which honestly is great if you're working on cars. Not so great if you're trying to film in here, because it'll mess with my lighting. So I'm gonna have to pull all those lights down, but luckily they're already wired, so then I can put my own lights up. Everything should be all good in the hood. But this will be the new shop. The main part of the shop is gonna be over here. I'm gonna put benches around here, and we should be able to still park our cars in here. Who does that? Then we got the old backyard. So, you ready? All right. Ooh. Okay, so this opens up into like this small area of the backyard where, I don't know if you can see that black fence back there, but that's like the first step of the backyard. And then we've got this area, got the sunroom up there. Nice little patio action going on over here. Grills are probably gonna go right there, at least for now. And then, I seen Apollo. Then, look at this, dude. So this house sits on almost an acre of land. Watch this. Whew. I'm out of shape. I've been moving, not running. Anyway, it goes all the way back there. And then behind here is a golf course. So no rear neighbors, and really pretty quiet. Golfers go by every once in a while, but they're not obnoxious, so kind of nice. Big adult trees back there. There's a shed. The previous owners left me their riding lawnmower, so I now own a John Deere, bitches. So we're gonna have some fun out here. All right, and then just other stuff. There is a above ground pool right here that is not, well, I don't want to say it's not functional. It's been winterized, and the people that lived here before, they lived here for less than a year, so they never even did anything with it. So I don't know how much work it needs. I don't know a whole lot about pools in general. I really don't know anything about above ground pools, but since it's here, I figure for at least a year or two, we're gonna try to get it up and running for the kids because they love to be in the water. Now, eventually the plan is to put a pool in back here, an in-ground pool. And then this area over here, that is currently where that is, if I ever need this space, we bump the back of the shop out, you know, enough to have space, right? This battery's about to die. This is the only battery I have right now. I can't find the other one. So the other thing to point out is they left us a hot tub. So hot tub shenanigans to ensue. Anyway, so guys, what I'm gonna do is, well, this video will come out, but then I'm also gonna do a reno video with Paige where we're gonna kind of do tours of the rooms again. And then I wanna hear from you guys on what you think should be done to the room, what do you think would look cool in there, even colors, furniture, stuff like that. And I think I'm gonna let you guys kind of pick some of the projects to begin with, because we're kind of at the point I don't even know where to start.